What up, dudes? Happy Monday evening. Thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, where we always appreciate it when you hang out upstairs with us. And also, guys, special shout out to everyone who has tuned in over the last, 6 to 8 months where we've been doing this I Hate Mondays podcast show. As you guys know, I do a collaborative stream with some fellow YouTubers, some great guys, Michael B. the Game Genie, Nostalgia, Detroit Love. We call it the Super Game Room Dudes. That show really took off so well. We have that show now on its own channel. Thanks as always for tuning into that show on Friday nights. But Mondays was always the time where I could spend a little bit of time one-on-one with the viewers. Sometimes I'd have a guest on. Michael B's been here a lot. Sometimes just me. My way to connect with my viewers directly, not just people who tune in for that collaborative show. But as you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while, over the last few weeks, I've mentioned on several live streams that the I Hate Monday show, as you guys know, I get bored, man. I don't like it when things get stale, when you see the same thing every week. I like excitement. I like trying new things. I like tinkering. That's what I like doing. So, whatchamacallit, the I Hate Monday show, this is the final episode. We're going to be off the air for the next couple of weeks. And when we come back mid-October, we're going to have a brand new show with a brand new format that I've been working on that I really hope you guys enjoy. I think you will. We're spending a lot of time and money on this project. And then, of course, we're still going to do the Super Game Room Dudes on Fridays as well. But I couldn't end the show. Like, I kind of ended the show, and I didn't do an I Hate Mondays the last couple of weeks. And I was like, wait a minute, we didn't even do a final episode. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do the final episode. We're going to talk about Arcade1Up Pinball Firmware updates, my impressions. I've tested a whole bunch of games, what I've noticed, what I've seen. I want to get your guys' honest feedback and reactions, as well as after that, it's viewer's choice. It's the final episode. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here for you. Woo! Said that all in one breath. Let's cue the second intro. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Let's say hi to everyone in the live chat real quick. We got Travis. We got Kongs Are Us. We got Console Kits is here. Let me know if there's any problems with the stream. I'm not seeing any problems on my end. Everything looks good to go. Don is here. Conti's here. Adam Kolb, Devil Waldo, Shotgun Sean. When are you going to launch this YouTube channel, bro? We're all waiting. We're all waiting for your YouTube channel. Get that channel up and running. Devil Waldo's here. Jason Allen, Mike, Tom Garrett, Pliskin's Run, Todd Cottrell, Vic Vicious, my tag team partner, and all that kinds of stuff. All right, and he's already throwing out some suggestions. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. I do have a hard stop a little bit later, probably around 9:15 Eastern time, because my wife and kid and I were going to go see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So I got to make sure I'm off YouTube so I can hop in the car and go to the movies with the family. Make sure you guys are spending time with your family. That's what's most important. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Vic? What's up, Bone Jackson? All right, guys, let's talk about it. So the Arcade1Up Pinball Firmware update recently came out, and I've upgraded my machine. So before I start giving you my thoughts, start throwing yours in the live chats. Are you guys satisfied with the changes that they've made? Changes to Star Wars and Marvel, not as big as Attack from Mars. Attack from Mars was the machine that had the most issues with a lot of the games and how they played. A lot of this was pointed out in my reviews, as well as a couple other reviews I saw on the internet. And it does appear a lot of those problems have been fixed. Levi says, great show. Thanks so much. Todd says, awesome. He heard it was good. Kev Gret says, I'm glad they finally gave us a patch. Yes. The hold on, let me just grab something right here for you guys. The patch took a while, and myself and many other people grew frustrated, angry, mad with Arcade1Up because we're like, release the patches already. We want to get our money's worth. Now they've released the patches, and it looks like we're getting our money's worth out of these cabinets, or at least the original $550 MSRP for these particular devices. I now don't regret my purchases. That's for sure. Both of the cabinets now run really good. Really good. But of course, within 24 hours of the firmware's coming out, this hack came out by this mystery coder guy. And now you can get all 30 games on one machine through nefarious means. And I've done that as well on the Attack from Mars pinball machine. Joshua says the price finally feels justified. I would agree. Shotgun Sean says definitely worth it now. Yes, I do feel that because both the cabinets I paid for, I got them for the $550. I do feel I'm getting my $550 worth. Hold on, let me pull this up out in here. Now, what's interesting about these firmware updates is something, and I want to get your guys' honest opinions and feedback. This is a safe place. You guys can say whatever you want. When it comes to these firmware patches, did you guys notice any improvements in the graphic quality or resolution or just the overall appearance of the games, the colors, the brightness level? Did you guys notice any of that? Because you'll notice in the firmware updates, that wasn't mentioned at all. It wasn't mentioned at all. Did you guys see any of that kind of stuff? Let me know in the live chat. What I can tell you is when I was playing all the games, now I've played about all 30 games. I played a lot of pinball yesterday. And what I can say is the graphics for some reason look better. Now, I don't know if it's like euphoria from, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, they did a patch, they did a fix, and we're just like assuming it looks better. But to me, and keep in mind, I wear glasses too. I'm kind of blind. I'm not wearing my glasses on my live stream. But guys, it does appear that it was kind of tweaked a bit. And the question is was that an intentional tweak, or was that just something that happened? They put in other fixes and it caused that to improve and things like that. Ritual Dell says it's just a mental thing. That's what I want to find out. Is it up here? Like, are we all just blinded by euphoria and the games look the same? So what I did is I took some footage of the Marvel pinball machine before I updated it, and I took some footage of the Attack from Mars pinball machine with that Marvel firmware updated on it with the games, and I got them side by side. I'm going to edit and put a video out there for you guys, and It does appear to be better. It does appear to be better. So I don't think it's just me. I think we do have some video proof. I'll have a quick video coming out very soon showing you guys the differences side by side. But I want to know your guys, like, if you guys are seeing it as well. Now, here's what I noticed is I was like, what about frame rates and things like that? So when I noticed on my Attack from Mars pinball machine, I noticed that for some reason the ball kind of looked fuzzy. And I was like, wait a minute. Maybe we got some frame skipping here or something's going on. Like the ball was looking weird and stuff. And you know what it is? I took that bezel. You know how they got this plastic, the plexi cover, it's plastic, but it's, a really thicker, nice plastic they have over the pinball monitor. I slid that out and the games look even better. You know how a lot of people have done their glass upgrades and they say that when they put the glass in there, it kind of helps visually as well. Because there's something about this plexi where it like adds kind of like lines and stuff when you look at it. And it never really bothered me before until today. I took the glass out and it looked better, and it didn't look like we were having frame issues either. Phil's notebook is here. Yeah, so it's that plexiglass. That plexiglass, it adds like some lines and it kind of makes it look fuzzy. And if you're looking real hard, like it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I don't like that plexi they have in there. So I think I'm going to have to do the glass upgrade like everyone else. I've never done it. Now, when it comes to the nudge, what I can say is the nudge does feel better. Like, I mean, I was shaking the machines and the whole pinball table was reacting to it much better than what I saw previously. So the accelerometer calibration is really, really nice. Is really, really nice. So that's really good. Kongzera says he didn't have Attack from Mars to check that plexi. The Star Wars one is fine. Okay, cool. It's the way it's traveling through the plastic. Yeah, it's weird. You take the plexi out and the table looks even clearer. And guys, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I'm just letting you know my experience. I'm like, whoa, I took that plastic off and the table looks better. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change into the plexi. And I like this. Save us from this mess. Buy Stern Pinball. You never play those toys again. I do have a real pinball machine. I do have the Super Mario Brothers Mushroom Kingdom pinball machine, but obviously that's a very old Gottlieb table made in the early 80s. So if I got one of those more modern Stern machines that actually have multiple screens and things like that, yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Did I get the Polymega? No, I did not. The Polymega did not interest me personally. Tom Garrett, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Rainbow effects with the plexi. Glass fixed it. There you go. So taking a look at Star Wars, let's take a look at this pinball patch real quick, and we'll also talk a little bit about the hack. Oh, geez, I hate it when that does that. Hang on one second. Sometimes it acts up on me. There we go. Star Wars pinball patch comes out. They add the accelerometer calibration, so now the nudge feature works a lot better. And I have tested it, and it does work a lot better. They've also added a little game over indicator, so that's nice tool. That's nice too, as well as improvements to what appears to be improvements to the visuals on the tables. So I didn't have the original Star Wars pinball, so if someone out there can confirm if they feel it looks better. What I can tell you is I do own both the Marvel and the Attack from Mars Arcade1Up Pinball machines, and I'm seeing visual improvements, which isn't even listed in their notes, which had me wondering, like, is it just euphoria? You know what I mean? Is it just like my mind playing tricks on me and all that stuff? Conti Dita says he sold his Arcade1Up as the real pins ruined it for him. Meatball Saucy says he can appreciate OCD on what should be a marquee device. I like it. Devil Waldo says, how stupid is it that these machines don't have Wi-Fi, if for nothing else than updating? Absolutely 100%. And if their Generation 2 pinball machines have Wi-Fi, that would be really, really cool. Before these came out, the fanboys were like, one up the 1080p doesn't matter, glass doesn't matter, ha ha ha. Well, I think it does matter. I think it does matter. Looking forward to seeing the second wave. Should be much improved, but probably will be crazy expensive. I agree, but like I've said in my other streams where people think I'm like crapping on Arcade1Up, and I'm not crapping on Arcade1Up and giving them constructive feedback, because there are consumers out there like me who say, I will pay more if you make it worth the price. If you give me maybe a bigger screen, give me better speakers. I mean, one of the negative pieces of feedback I keep hearing about Big Blue is everybody loves Big Blue. It's amazing, but the speakers suck, the sound sucks. Who knows? Maybe they can fix that with a firmware update as well. Maybe they could push out a patch to fix the sound. Things like that. If they add things to make it worth it, like if the Arcade1Up pinball machine had a 32-inch screen, had an 8-inch DMD, or maybe 2 screens in the back box, 1080p monitor resolution, Wi-Fi, and the ability to purchase and download the Zen library, and they charge me $9.99 for it, I probably would buy it. As well as they would have to put in better buttons, not the same old Arcade1Up buttons that they put. I mean, that's one thing that's nice. I mean, although the AtGames hardware that they put in their arcade machines and their Gamer Pros is decent hardware, there is a little bit of a difference between those buttons and the buttons they put in the pinball machine. It's like they put in something a little bit better. So, I'm willing to pay more if they make it worth it. You know what I mean? Shotgun Sean, I want that DMD filled. That's one piece of negative feedback I do have on these firmware updates. I was really hoping they would stretch the image. I understand they want to have it native, keep it to that native resolution on these pinball machines, but it would have been really cool just to fill that screen up and not have those black spots above, and maybe it'd be easier to see, easier to read. And you know what's interesting is if you actually get down low, we always say the DMD's washed out, but because of the quality of the DMD screen, it washes out when you're at an angle, right? It's kind of like their 8-inch monitors that they put on their partycades, right? If you go to the left, if you go to the right, it washes out. So when you're standing above this DMD screen, it washes out. But what's kind of funny is if you sit down in a chair, or if you get down to eye level and look straight on, like if you're a kid or something, the DMD is not washed out. So the Arcade1Up DMDs, it's the same thing as with their countercades, or at least their Generation 1, Generation 2 countercades, is they're using screens that wash out from various angles, and a lot of us are taller. We're standing above, looking downwards at that DMD, and it looks washed out. So hopefully they fix that as well in a future product device. Let me catch up on the live chat real quick. Papa Brad, I don't like to buy stuff, removing glue, and then having to gut all the controls to enjoy the machine. That's true. Do you think they will officially release all the tables on the A1Up? I don't know what you mean by all the tables or officially. I hope that they... it would make sense to me that Zen Studios get them as many games as possible on the Arcade1Up platform, if that partnership's working out well. Kev Gretz says, I think they intentionally released all 30 tables to spur sales. Nostalgia and me both believe, and it's just our thoughts. You don't have to believe us. We both believe that Arcade1Up, employee, is behind this hack. And that Arcade1Up, is okay with it. Because you notice what's funny is, they haven't pulled it yet. They haven't pulled the firmwares off their website or anything like that. They haven't made any real big statements about it. But, that's all speculation. It could literally just be somebody in the community. There's a lot of smart folks out there who know how to do this coding stuff that I don't. And they figured out how to do it. Ronsky Bronsky, cat's out of the bag. They should hook us up. 1080p, contrast, brightness, more tables. I agree. Do I think there will be a Generation 2 pinball? If they stopped here and it's like we just did these 3 and we're done, we're out. If that was it, I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, I think they might be leaving a lot of money on the table because there are other competitors who are still going to be building and selling these and taking advantage of that space. So, I mean, me personally, if I was Arcade1Up, yeah, I would come out with a Generation 2 pinball machine, and I would listen to the constructive feedback from the community and try and get them as many of those improvements as I can at the best price possible. Good press, probably intentionally done. They do have plans for more pinball. I would agree. I think it's going to happen. If they stopped, I'd understand. But if they're going to keep going, I think they should. And I think they'll keep making a lot of money. You know what I mean? The only way I'm going to buy A1Up Pinball is if Adam's family was in it. That would be pretty cool. Toy Shock Gen 2. So Toy Shock, God, man, I got a tickle in my throat. I'm sorry, guys. So the Toy Shock Generation 1 pinball machines, the next wave of stock, is actually on a boat right now on its way over to be sold at walmart.com for, Black Hole, Haunted House, all that kind of stuff. But for them doing like a Generation 2 pinball machine that's like 3/4 scale, that looks a lot like an Arcade1Up with 2 screens and stuff, if that did happen, not till like late 2022, because of world events, unfortunately, that's the way it is from my conversation with them. Well, Arcade1Up already has the right to Bally Williams Games Pogo Place. So at Games, I don't think so. I think that's going to stick with Zen Studios. The only way I could see that possibly happening would be if, for some weird reason, Bally Williams left Zen and went back to Farsight Studios, who at Games has a relationship with, and then they were able to, because they've built like, nearly 90? Is it like 90? 90 Williams tables already that they could kind of re-release if they got the license back. But then again, I don't see that happening. I think Williams is going to stay with Zen. I mean, Zen, let's be honest, Zen is killing it. They're crushing it. They're like the leader in pinball development right now. So, okay, so this is kind of funny. Were you offended or laughing when the coder gave me the FU in his message? So yeah, in this hack, when you go to click on the website for the pinball hack, there's this very long message at the top of the website above the link you need to go to get the files for the hack. And this mystery coder guy, he bashed a bunch of people. He bashed developers in the community. He bashed the Supreme team, who make a whole bunch of RetroPie images. He bashed YouTubers. And what's funny is some of the YouTubers, he just said like F you, but he put a heart next to it. I actually talked to that mystery coder guy today on Discord, and he told me like what he's just trolling, like teasing, like he doesn't mean it. That's why there's a heart there. He's just trying to get a reaction from people. Like it's all a big joke to him. Me, that sense of humor, not that funny to me, but it's funny to others. So I don't care if some website out there says, PDubs FU with a heart next to it amongst a list of other YouTubers that he put on there. Really weird. But it doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. I even told him when I talked to him today, I was like, I don't care. You can put me in your little script. I don't care. Zen keeps selling you the same tables. Why is this the final episode? So yeah, if you joined the show late, we got a whole new show that we're going to be launching mid-October. New show, new format, still be on Mondays. Definitely want to change things up. So what, I've mentioned this in a couple of streams where it's like everyone's doing an arcade podcast or a retro gaming podcast show now, and everyone's using the same streaming software, and all the shows look the same, all the shows act the same. So like, honestly, what you're doing is you're tuning into like the personalities that you enjoy the most. Like I really enjoy 19K Fox, or I like Unqualified Critics, or PDubs, or the Super Game Room dudes, or Michael B, or whoever. Like they all look the same. You're just tuning in for the person or the personalities that you really enjoy. And obviously they all look the same. And I like to change things up. Like, geez, I did the Loft report for about 40 some episodes, and then I was like, it's stale. I need to change it up. So we changed it to the Super Game Room dudes. It's kind of the same thing with the I Hate Monday show. I've done about 40 of these. It's time to change it up, use different technology, different broadcasting software, all new cameras, new lighting, all that kind of stuff, and give you a totally different format kind of show. And hopefully you guys like it. And if you don't like it, that's cool. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Everyone should always strive to change and tweak things and get better. And I'm still learning. I've only been doing this YouTube stuff for about 2 years now myself. Mango Slice says he misses PDubs and his Star Wars helmet. Oh, yes. Maybe we should bring the helmet back. Let's see here. Yep, we're not going to talk about baby cades or anything like that. Those products don't interest me at all. Okay, so we spent about 25 minutes talking about it. So in my opinion, to kind of sum things up, I'll also have a video showing some side-by-side comparisons. But in my opinion, I think the firmwares are really good. I'm really impressed. I played a bunch of the games. Like all those games that had issues that I said in my reviews, like No Good Gophers and everyone mentioned Whitewater, like those issues appear to be gone. The only thing left to do, I would say, is, do a glass mod, get rid of that plexi, because for some reason that plexi is like doing weird things with the image. But minus that, like a shout out to Arcade1Up, good job on these products. I do think they're worth, if you got them for $550, I do think you now have your money's worth out of these products. Now, would I buy these brand new today off the street for $850? No. I understand they raised their prices. I understand their prices are higher for many reasons. They have to meet their quotas. They have to satisfy their investors. Shipping containers have gone through the roof. They do have bigger and better licenses and games from better studios. Like, I do understand there's a lot of reasons why they're priced higher. But when I bought these originally for $550, would I spend another $300 and buy the same product again? I have to be honest with my audience. The answer is no. However, if they come out with a Generation 2 pinball machine that's got 2 screens or at least a giant DMD in the back box, 32-inch screen, 1080p monitor, and all that kinds of stuff, better buttons, I would pay more. I would pay more, and I would get another Arcade1Up pinball machine. Also has to have Wi-Fi and the ability to purchase and download games from the Pinball FX3 store. Woo! There you go. That's my final thoughts. Now, the rest of the show is viewer's choice. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'll start looking for some questions in the live chat. Dylan's here. He hates Mondays as well. You know what's funny is Michael B messaged me before the show. He goes, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Because even my team of guys who I work with, they have no idea what this new show is and the new format that I've been working on. He goes, I figured it out. And I said, what's that, Michael B? He goes, PDubs, I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to come back next week, and it's not going to be the I Hate Mondays show. It's just simply going to be I Love Mondays. And I said, and I laughed. I was like, Michael B, come on, man. Do you know how bad that would piss people off? Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Are we going to get a preview tonight? No, but you will get a preview in probably in about a week and a half. I want to put together a little trailer thing so I can get your guys' feedback on what we do, all that stuff. What will we do now on Mondays? Well, you'll come back here and keep watching PDubs on Mondays. All right, let me see if we have any questions here. Paul, he says, not worth $850 at all. Just no way. You're not alone on that. Okay, I appreciate that. Let's see here. No spreadsheets. Did I order an AtGames LCD marquee? Yes, I did. I did order that for Nod when it was on sale, so look forward to getting one of those. I'm not a big fan of the Far Cry series, so unfortunately I can't answer that question. Rubicon, please change the background on the new show. I think too many YouTubers don't consider that we don't like looking at the same stuff 3 times a week. No litter boxes or water feeder. Duly noted, the new show will actually have a virtual background, kind of like a virtual studio. So yeah, you guys won't see all of this behind me. Let's see here. Is Toy Shock releasing the tabletop pin? I believe hopefully by holiday season. Stay tuned. I did the 30 pinball hack. That's what we talked about for the first 30 minutes. And I do think it's a really good hack. And I would recommend you do it while you can. Are AtGames Tetris Minis still on track for order soon? Well, you could order them previously during the last nod, as well as this nod. What I can tell you is they are on schedule for shipping out here, late October, November? So everyone should start getting these within the next month. Everyone should start getting their Tetris Minis very soon. William PDubs, my son says hi. Tell him I said hello back. Monday is a good night to do a show until AEW launches Monday Night Pipe Bomb. Yep, that's true. How many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop, Zero Hero? I think the answer is 3. Pogo's Place, while you can. Coin Worker, is my show sponsored? No, my show is not sponsored. The new show that I'm going to be doing is a solo project done by me. No sponsorships, nothing like that. For those who keep asking, a lot of people keep asking, PDubs, will you do Legends Center again? AtGames would love me and the Tech Buzz to do Legends Center again. They've made offers to do Legends Center again, things like that. I don't think it's the right time to do Legends Center again. There's just too much weirdness out there, in my opinion. I think there's a great group of community who would accept another season of Legends Center. I think there's another part of the community that just wouldn't understand what it is. There's a lot of time where people on YouTube or even journalists or things like that, they're simply contracted to host a show, and they host a show. Like, basically, I'm just hosting a show, and they take it the wrong way or things like that. And you know what? Don't want to deal with that right now. I'm working on my solo stuff, trying to be all I can be. Killer Instinct this year? I don't believe so. The new show is about home arcades. There you go. Mango Slice? Oh, he was just messing around. Like, I covered that a few minutes ago, Mango. He was just messing around. It's his way of teasing people. Like, you know how some people, like, when they tease their buddies, they really bust their balls, and some people don't? So he's that kind of person. Did I order Big Blue? Not yet. I'm waiting to see. Once I see like a Walmart bundle where it's like just the cabinet for $500, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna get Big Blue. I want to get some of that Big Blue action. Absolutely, guys. But right now, with all the bundles being $600 with a stool, it's just that $100 means a lot to me. Plus, I don't want a stool. I have so many of these Arcade1Up stools. I don't need any more. So I'm waiting to see a bundle. Yes, anyone getting the class of 81, Arcade1Up is going to post that on sale tomorrow, which will be really, really nice for those who are interested in that cabinet. Yes, I will get it, Jason, once I see it without the stool. I'm just waiting for that bundle. Kev Grat, yeah, everyone spent $700 and the lobbies are empty right now. That's kind of weird, right? Will the class of 81 have an option for fast version? I have not heard anything myself. I hope they add that in the dip switch settings, as well as fast fire for Galaga. They need to do that. Well, I mean, the stools are what, $80 a piece retail, which is why an Arcade1Up bundle with the stool is like $100 more than if you buy the bundle without the stool. Too much money for those stools. Let's see here. PDubs, any room for an AtGames Legends Pinball Mini in your arcade? So it depends on what you say by mini, Rubicon. Like, if AtGames releases a tabletop pinball machine, we could always find room for a tabletop pinball machine. If they came out with like a 3/4 size pinball machine, something comparable to Arcade1Up, Toy Shock, and Well Played, it would be tough for me to find room. But then again, I'm in the process of doing another cabinet shuffle. I'm going to start selling cabinets I don't use, buying new cabinets for the channel, all that kinds of stuff. So you never know. I might find room, but honestly, haven't heard anything about them wanting to make that size product. I think if AtGames was to do anything, they want to go bigger. You know what I mean? AtGames is all about going bigger. Go big or go home. Do you think, where did it go? Do you think there's really a market for tabletop pinballs, Toy Shock, or AtGames? I just don't get them. I think there is a market, but I think it might be a smaller market than the more larger size ones. I mean, what's funny is I still get messages all the time because, you know, I cover Toy Shock, and I still get people messaging me all the time. They're like, P-Dubs, when's Toy Shock releasing those tabletop pinballs? I want one. There is a market out there. There's people out there who want to buy them, but I don't think it's as big as the other ones. You know what I mean? Like the 3/4 scale or larger. Stools should be $30. I agree. Zero Hero, how much do you think one will charge for a 6-player X-Men, and how many stools will they bundle? Are they going to release a 6-player X-Men? That would be nuts. I don't know what they would do there. How would you flat pack that thing? That thing would be massive. Zero Hero, I really don't have a good answer for you because I honestly don't think they'll make this product, in my opinion. Hey, P-Dubs, what's up? Well, what's up to you? Yes, I did order. So what's funny, guys, funny story. So that Pong countercade that nobody else wants, that I'm excited for from Arcade1Up, that countercade, you guys remember the one that sits on your tabletop, the Pong one? So it was listed on Macy's, and I ordered it, and I think I told some people, like, hey, it's available. Go buy it if you're interested. Well, then turn around. I guess it was another one of those websites that put the listings up too soon, so they canceled my order, right? But then just the other day or last week or whatever, They went up for sale again, I think through Target. Is it Target? Sorry, Target or Walmart. Either way, whatchamacallit, my wife told me she went ahead and, because I told her, when you see it, buy it. So she told me she placed the order. So yes, that Pong tabletop countercade that I'm the only person excited for, I do have one on order. And it says it'll ship by October 3rd, which is like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away. So looking forward to getting that Pong countercade. And you all can make fun of me. I don't care. I want that thing. I want it so bad. Let's see here. They've hinted at it. Okay. Have you spoken to Jong since the MFL fumble? I actually talked to Jong today, and he's doing another live stream tomorrow. He's going to give some news and updates and things like that. I don't think he's going to talk about Mutant Football League tomorrow, though. I don't think he has an update for that. I think he was hoping to have good news, but sometimes the rug gets pulled out from under you. As you guys know, if you've been following that company, that brand, they're kind of got a little rough battle going on trying to get Mutant Football League up and running on that cabinet. And hopefully it'll get ironed out soon. Let's see here. We got 19K Fox. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. He's been doing great work. What's up, PDubs? Did you see the shooter cabs blowing up once we have an industry standard? I mean, I don't know. I mean, how many games could he get on a shooter cab, right? like most of us that have like these where we can play every shooting game or MAME with a PC. Like that's kind of the way to go in my opinion. I mean, most shooting cabinets, the guns have to look a specific way to kind of match what the original arcades looked like. I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool if Arcade1Up is doing Terminator 2. I think that's going to be a huge seller, and we'll see how that one turns out. But is it going to be like every year they're going to do like 3 or 4 shooting cabs? I don't think so. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like once a year we get a racing cab, once a year we get a shooting cab, and then we get like 20 versions of Pac-Man all year long. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's keep going. Sorry if that's a bad answer, but that's just shooting from the hip. T2 is going to blow. That's what someone said right there in the live chat. Thinking about the Pong countercade. I'm excited about it. Ty Cottrell, you're not alone. You want it too. Okay, good. So I'm not the only one who wants that little Arcade1Up tabletop Pong table. I think it's adorable. I want it because it's adorable. 8-Bit Brian, I think many of us are at the point where our space is full and now takes upgrades to make it worth selling a cab or doing the garage shuffle. Exactly. And that's what I'm in the middle of right now. As you guys know, my loft out there is only about a 15 by 10 foot space. It's a very small loft, and I could fit maybe about 12 Arcade1Ups in it at one time. And throughout the last 2 years I've done this channel, I've constantly had to shuffle cabinets in and out and into other rooms of the house. Very soon, the construction project is going to start in my house where I'm going to expand my loft and completely close off the second floor. And it's going to add me like basically another 20 by 20 foot space, which is pretty big. Yeah, guys, it's going to be pretty awesome. Like I'll have room for I could probably fit 30 Arcade1Ups if I wanted up in that kind of a space. So I'm looking forward to it. Going to put down some hardwood floors, going to put up lights, all kinds of neon lights. I always say nylon. So I'm really looking forward to building a really cool game room. Plus, I want to also have an area for console gaming and things like that. So, yeah. So right now I am trying to get rid of some stuff to make room for new stuff. So what is your most played device, including consoles, arcade, and PC? So in all honesty, my most played device right now is my AtGames Legends pinball machine. My second most played device is my iArcade Dragon's Lair cabinet, the one right there. And then my third most played device would have to be my Arcade1Up Golden Tee cabinet, because I absolutely love that cabinet. And yeah, you could play Golden Tee on the Legends and stuff like that, but you're using a smaller trackball. The trackball on the Arcade1Up is bigger. And then also, that cabinet's specifically made for Golden Tee. And to me, it's just really good experience, and all the high scores save and everything versus like coin ops. So, That's probably my third most played cabinet. And then after that, I play a lot of Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. And then I occasionally turn on some of the other cabinets and play stuff. So hopefully that helps. Yes, I have some of the new He-Man action figures. Your wife is the best supporting your hobby. We're all jealous. Yeah, my wife is amazing. But keep in mind, I do have to pay her back in other ways. I did not buy Round Guard. My wife, that's a game that my wife would like, not for me. I'm not into those Peggle kind of games. But when I told her it was $20, she said, never mind. Am I going to get rid of my MVSX? Heck no, man. I still fire it up from time to time, but not every day. I mean, a lot of us, we've gone through this. I think it's called, we buy all these cabinets, right? We buy them. I have like 20 Arcade1Up cabinets or whatever in my house, but how many do you actually play and how often? Like my MVSX cabinet, you know, when it's the new hotness, you play it all the time. It's new, it's here, it's hot. I'm going to play it all the time, wear it out. Then after a while, you kind of slow down, right? You kind of slow down. So my MVSX, I probably turn it on once a week, and I'll just play one of the games on the high-low hack that I have on there and play it for like half hour, turn it off. So maybe 30 minutes a week, I turn on that MVSX cabinet. I'm not going to get rid of it, though. I do love it. I love the way it looks, and I love the high-low hack and all that stuff. Let's see what else we got going on. Good answer. Well, thank you. A Golden Tee flat top like the Pong model countercade launches. That would be cool. Yes, that would be cool. Absolutely, guys. Meatball Saucy. Okay. Thanks for sharing. What are the best or needed mods for ALP besides VIBs? So there's a couple things that I would recommend. Is obviously throwing some different buttons in there, maybe like the leaf switches, even though the included hardware ain't bad. And then also, I would probably recommend doing those Dayton Exciter mods for the speakers, for the haptics. So I think those are like two of the musts, as well as getting your PC set up with VPX and all that stuff. Let me see what else we got going on here. Battle Axe to iArcade confirmed? No, I don't think so. Although I do think it would be nice if iArcade and Numbskull Games work together to get the game. Numbskull makes their own games like Battle Axe. It would be nice if Numbskull, who make those quarter arcades, partnered with iArcade and released their games on the iArcade platform. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see here. The big arcade, and he says Pong. He always gravitates it towards it. Third floor arcade with Jason. Most played Big Blue to iArcade and MVSX. Do me a favor, guys. Write down, because I know you guys all have the same cabinets as me or different ones. Put in the live chat, what are your most played cabinets? I told you mine. Now you tell me yours. What are your most played cabinets? Oh, yeah. And then the control panel for the pinball machine. Someone put that in the live chat. Let's see here. There we go. His control panel arrived. He's going to put in some gold leaf switches. There you go. Okay, so what happens first? Arcade1Up upgrades sticks and buttons. iArcade gets Streets of Rage 4 or the At Games driving cab releases. Well, the At Games driving cab, when that thing comes out, that won't even be until like next holiday season at the earliest, right? So, I mean, Arcade1Up, I think, could probably upgrade their sticks and buttons a lot sooner than that. We all want Streets of Rage 4 on the iArcade. I don't know how quickly that's going to happen. It might happen once their footprint gets bigger. All right, I love seeing these. Tyler, Big Blue, NBA Jam, and Legends Pinball. Arcade Legends Pinball, Star Wars Arcade1Up. I love my Star Wars Arcade1Up. I still think it's the best Arcade1Up ever made. It's still my number one. My ALP played every day. Marvel vs. Capcom, Big Blue, Attack from Mars, Ms. Pac-Man, Big Buck Hunter. It's kind of funny if you've been doing this stuff for a while, guys. You kind of know all the acronyms. NBA Jammed, At Games Legends Pinball, At Games Legends Pinball, Team Vale, iArcade, 8-Bit Brian, iArcade, Numbskull Space Invaders. Yep, that's going to be cool. You're conflicting with Mikey B. Well, I don't work around other YouTubers, and I don't expect them to work around me. And Mike and I are friends. So no worries, guys. You could always catch the replay of me or him. No feelings are hurt. iArcade, Cruise and Blast on the Switch. That just came out. TMNT. And then here we go. Pogo, At Games Legends Pinball, At Games Legends Ultimate, and the PSX Lunar Silver Star story, ALP, ALU. Yeah, what's kind of funny is this is like supposed to be an arcade channel, but man, there's just so much pinball lately. Like we're still covering pinball. There's new machines, new games, like Taito games came out, Zaccaria partnership. Like, man, we're still talking pinball. It's been like a year and a half, and we're probably still going to keep talking pinball because I think these commercial in-home arcade companies, like they realize that there is a big market for these pinballs, right? I mean, if you think about it, like At Games has been honest and transparent. Like 50% of all owners bought like the Taito packs. So if you think about it, that's several thousand people times however much they charge. You know what I mean? Like people want pinball. It's kind of funny. Pogo, title games are good, but I hate the ones like Space Invaders where it's timed. Yeah, that's unfortunate if that's true. When it comes to the campaign tables, yeah, like I wish Operation Wolf wasn't a campaign table. Like Space Invaders was cool for a campaign table, but Operation Wolf, I wish it wasn't a campaign table. Don says he doesn't care much for pinball. Well, I appreciate that, Don. You've been an awesome viewer of this channel. We appreciate you. Coin Worker, I remember when all we wanted was pinball and there was nothing. I remember that too, my dude, because we were talking about it. It was all the pinball hype. All these machines are coming out, but we had no machines to play. I remember that. iArcade for Meatball. The sleep function and wake time to play versus a boot up on other devices is why I don't play those when I have 5 to 6 minutes. There you go. PDubs, people want pinball because real tables are priced out of our hands. Yes, I do love virtual pinball. And yes, I already own a real pinball machine, but guys, that thing cost me $5,000. And if I want to get more pinball machines, I'm looking at, unless I want to buy like a really old beat up thing off Facebook Marketplace for like $1,000, $1,500, like I'm honestly looking at for something decent, like a little bit more modern, you're looking at 3,000 and up, and 3,000 is a very low minimum. Most people are like 5, 6, 7,000. It's tough, man. That's an expensive hobby, and the people that buy those machines, and there's a lot of pinball channels out there where these guys, instead of these arcades behind me, they have rows of real pinball machines. You're talking nearly $100,000 worth of stuff. Kudos to you guys, man. I can't spend that much money on that stuff. I do like video game pinball, but nothing beats real pinball. That is true. Real pinball is so awesome, yet too expensive. There we go. Why haven't we gotten more deluxe tables from At Games? Well, you have all the deluxe tables from Zaccaria. So you do have all the deluxe tables. Oh man, I would love to have that Godzilla cabinet. I'm a big fan of Godzilla, King Kong, like all those monster series. Like I really enjoyed all the Godzilla remake movies where they all tie in together under one universe, kind of like the Marvel universe, but it's the King Kong Godzilla universe. Like I really enjoy those movies. So yeah, I would really love to have that, but I don't have the money for that. That would be nuts. Yep. What if one of these, hey guys, just out of curiosity, I don't see this happening, but what if one of these consumer companies, what if it was, I don't care who it is, Toy Shock, Well Played, I don't even know if Well Played's still in business, At Games, Arcade1Up, what if they made real pinball machines, like real with moving parts, but they sold them at, I don't know, let's say price of like $2,000 or less, and maybe they're like 3/4 scale, so they're a little bit smaller than a full-size pin. Would you guys buy those because it's real pinball? Might have a DMD and some animations and things going on. Would you guys be interested in that if they decided to put their toes into that market? I would love to see that feedback. That would be really cool. Cami says she would buy one. I think I would too, just out of curiosity to see, can they make a good real pinball experience for like $2,000 or less, right? With a mechanical pinball instead of digital. We got nose. What do you do for a living? I'm in the world of insurance, and I do very well. I do very well for myself. I can't complain. Stern does do that. No, they suck at quality control. If I was at Games, I would. No. Papa Brad says anything is possible. Sola Sweet says no. Will Stern come on at Games Legends Pinball? I don't know. I think it all depends on what Stern is going to do by the end of the year. As you guys know, Stern, they have their license contract partnership with Farsight Studios, and that expires at the end of this year in December. So the question is what happens to Stern after that? Are they going to jump ship to Zen Studios, or is Stern going to stick with Farsight Studios? So I don't think anything with Stern would happen with At Games or Arcade1Up until after the end of the year, and we find out what Stern decides to do. Just my opinion. Emery, yeah, I'm Jake from State Farm. I wear khakis every single day. There you guys go. Well, my dudes, so what I can tell you guys is I really have enjoyed doing this I Hate Monday show the last, 40 weeks or so. It's been a lot of fun, solo stream, hanging out with my viewers, my subscribers, talking to all of you guys, having guests on. And it's been a lot of fun. And I'm hoping you guys will come back, hopefully mid-October, late October, for the revamped show. And I'll start putting out some teasers and giving you guys some stuff to see if you guys are even interested in it in just a couple of weeks. Again, it's just me always tinkering. You know me, I get bored when things get stale. I change things around. It's just what I do. It keeps me interested in YouTube, and hopefully it keeps you guys interested in the channel. And then also, we're still doing Super Game Room Dudes every Friday. Make sure you tune into that. Now, although the I Hate Monday show is not going to be on the air the next few weeks, if there is something crazy going on, don't be surprised if I pop in like on a Wednesday or a Thursday and do something like a Dubs and Subs live stream. Hey, that kind of rhymes. Dubs and Subs. Something of that nature. Do me a favor, guys, though. If you enjoyed this, the final I Hate Mondays podcast show, give me a thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you leave your comments after the show if you caught this on replay. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We're having a lot of fun here talking about retro gaming and all these commercial arcade and pinball companies. I greatly appreciate all of you guys who have supported me and subscribed to the channel. We're going to hit 9,000 subscribers in just a matter of weeks, and hopefully we'll hit 10,000 by the end of the year, and that would be a great way to ring in the end of 2021 and going into 2022, but we need your help to get there. Click that button. Guys, do me a favor, head over to Michael B. the Game Genie's channel. I think he's live now. If you guys enjoy his content as well, do a live stream raid. Tell him PDubs sent you. I'm going to go watch Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. Hopefully this movie doesn't suck like Black Widow did. But then again, it's Marvel had to throw a dud out there at some point, right? So Black Widow was a dud in my opinion. But hopefully Shang-Chi is good. I'll let you guys know what I think about it on Friday's podcast show. You guys are awesome. Let's see some P-Dubs emojis in the live chat. Thank you so much to all my channel members. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks for a brand new show, and I hope you guys like it. I'm debating whether or not I should give you guys the title or not. Man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not ready yet. All right, here we go. All right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys next time. Tell Michael B I said hi.